Good afternoon or evening. My goodness, the days have gone by. It's hard for me to believe that it's been 2 weeks since my last live with Tony. And where have I been? Well, the first week I was on a cruise. We got to go to Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, St. Thomas, and St. Croix. Had some memorable activities and occasions on that trip. We took Ada Brown with us. Ada is 85 years old, has never been out of the United States, and this is her first time on a cruise ship, and just made the whole experience a lot of fun and just enjoyable to see through her eyes and life experiences what she thought of as we went to each port and as we got to breakfast in the morning or lunch in the noon hour and dinner at night, and just enjoying the experience through her and creating memories that we talk about a week after, and the enjoyment that she had in it, the experiences that she remembered, and the differences that it made in her life to be able to get on a cruise ship and go out and see different parts of the world other than the eastern coast of the United States. So that was enjoyable and memorable. I had, unfortunately, an experience there walking down one of the promenades, bumping into a stage presence there and falling into the stanchions, and wound up the first 2.5 hours of my cruise experience in the medical department dealing with the right shoulder bump. And so that certainly was something I remember about the cruise. But overall, it was a good experience. I came back, and last week just disappeared. Where was I last week? God, it was the whole week. It seemed like I was here and gone in a matter of every day, just getting up, putting in some activities, and the day had just disappeared. So it's good to be back. I should be back on our Monday, Wednesday, and Friday schedules. And even today, for example, I had a couple of appointments, had a really good luncheon appointment. We're looking at doing some work in a hospital environment, and finding that the things that I've learned and talked through from my own personal experiences, through the research I've done about human interactions and relationships, what a difference you can make by teaching people some things that are so simple and basic. If we would just step away from the craziness of our day-to-day living and just realize what an impact that we can have. For example, the words that we use go back against our memories to then take our interpretation and meaning from them. So, for example, one of the words that always come to mind is respect. Do you have respect for me? Have I treated you with respect? And based on a person's experience and culture, the word respect and how you treat one can vary based on their life background and what their culture was, and how they grew up to think about how they were taught what respect is. And what people don't stop to think about is how memories play such an important in the way we take words that are spoken to us in a vocabulary, and how we then interpret those words and create comprehension and meaning from them, and then our own reaction and behaviors to them. And so we do something called brain-to-brain communication. And those lessons are taught about the words that we speak and how those words are received by the person you're speaking to, or the audience you may be speaking to, and how the diversity of human experiences and memories can generate a different meaning to that, and therefore different interactions and different life experiences now in the present, and then moving forward into the future. And it's a simple lesson in brain-to-brain communication, is to say, do we ever stop and think of the significant words we use in a dialogue, and then how those words are meaning or interpreted and create meaning? So I was thinking of a word I was talking about today about what our values are. What are the things that you value that are most important to you in your life as you go into a relationship? So I was having a conversation with someone today So what are the things that you most value in a relationship? And, and so the conversation built on, oh wow, where did I go?
You've got mail.
No, I don't want to get mail. I want to get back to my Live with Tony.
Goodbye.
I'm back. Where did I go? Somehow, without touching anything, I jumped over to You Got Mail, and I'm not interested in You Got Mail right now. I'm interested in talking about value. What do you value in your life? What are the things that are most important to you that in any type of business relationship, personal relationship, family, children relationship, spouse? What are the things that are most important to you that the other person or people you interact with need to understand as to what's most important to you? And that'll vary again. It varies based on what? On memories of life experiences. We were nurtured and we were brought up into different environments, and how we've interpreted and put meaning to those things, and how we put life experiences to them. And all comes back to another word for life experiences, I always say, is our memories. And so what's been fascinating to me in my more than 30 years of work in this world is that we very often think of the word memories like, oh, I got a good memory, a bad memory, but yet our memories and our life experiences are at play with us all day long in every interaction we have with every person that we have. And that's one of the lessons that I've learned are so fundamentally basic, and yet we've been so poorly schooled on those lessons, poorly educated on those lessons, and how we build trust and confidence in relationships, be it on the business level, be it on the personal level, be it with family, be it with neighbors. How do we do those things, and what does memory have to do with all those? So those were some of the things that, as I've gone about my day today, and it brought me quickly until 5 o'clock, it was like, wow, and here we go again. So I made a point, my goodness, I haven't been doing a Live with Tony for 2 weeks now. Let me at least get back out here today and at least share a couple of the lessons that I've applied over the last few weeks that have made a difference in conversations. And certainly, if you've ever been on a cruise ship, the different nationalities and the different people that are taking care of you, be it in your room, be it in your dining hall, be it at guest services, be it in your entertainment, those life experiences are so diverse. And the people that you're interacting with that are taking care of your experience have their own cultures and their own values that they do. And then seeing how the training that people go through, how they try to help to ensure that the guest in a room, or a dining hall, or at a gift shop, are having the best possible experience that they can possibly have. And then the entertainers, picking out different people in the audience to touch and attach their interactions with their audience to make sure that it's a fun, enjoyable experience for the people sitting in an audience of a couple of thousand people. So when I say in all of that, all of those times and experiences, memories are playing all throughout in everything that I've done over the last couple of weeks. And of course, last week is a blur to me. It's like we got back from the cruise, it was wonderful, it was back on the weekend. And before I know it, it was another Friday, and it was another weekend, and I'm like, God, I didn't do Live with Tony this past week, and I almost might get into that same bucket today, except it hit me just a few minutes ago. It's Monday. What day of the week is it? Christmas comes along upon us. Sometimes we lose what day of the week it is, and before you know it, you don't remember. Okay, today is Monday. My goodness, I have to do a Live with Tony. So here I am. It's good to be back. And if all goes well and my memory is working, I'll be back here with you on Wednesday. So we're off to a good start for the week, and we'll see you then.